Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Dana and I am excited because I have 4 Nudestix sunscreens of varying tones and colors, and I thought it would be helpful to kind of just sit down, put them on my face. It's not going to be like how much do you actually apply, it's more, and I've been doing some of these videos lately, more like what shade may be right for me. So I'm going to be doing swatches on my arm, I'm going to be putting on my face, I'm going to be talking through the colors. So if you're excited for this video, give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe, and we will get going. Okay, so I think I have 4 out of 5 of the colors, and the only reason I don't have the 5th is because it's the deepest shade, and you know, I do buy all of these with my own money, so like I do like to actually try to use them, and I just knew that that would not be a shade for me. So I do apologize, you know, sometimes I don't have every single shade, but I try to get as many as I can. So I will always kind of let you know about that. So I've done a video on these before and I will link it if I can remember, but I got 2 new shades. So I have all 4, I have cool, nude, warm, and tan, but I think actually it's more like tan than warm, but they all look exactly alike, which is very frustrating for me because then I have to go to the back and try to remember which shade is which. I don't love the like color like names because to me tan and warm don't really like tell me much of a difference. But yeah, so we're gonna get into it. I have got my hair already slicked back and ready to go, and I'm just gonna put it on my face. Okay. So like I said in the beginning, I normally use my 1/4 teaspoon when I'm doing a sunscreen review, and that's to show you the correct amount, or like correct amount that you're supposed to use for full protection. When I do videos like this where I'm really just doing the like swatches or like showing you the difference between the tones, I don't really do that. It's not about necessarily like using the correct amount. It's more about seeing the colors. So I'm not going to put a lot on, but I do want to just show you what they look like. And the first one I have is the Cool, which is the tint-free one. This is just a white mineral sunscreen. And by the way, if you are interested in like the actual specs and like what kind of, on Instagram too much, what type of, well yeah, I guess UV filters are in it, what are the ingredients, what's the cost, all that, it'll be in the other video. This one again is just more for the colors. And this is the Cool, so again, this is untinted and it looks pretty much like your normal kind of a little bit white cast, not a little bit, a lot bit white casty mineral sunscreen. I'm doing quarters. So this is 1/4 of my face. Next up is the Nude. This is, I believe, in the order that like Nudestix has it on the website. I'm gonna be going in that kind of order. And we'll do, again, 2 pumps. It's still like a fair amount. I would say like maybe even a little bit too much. So I'm gonna do them in layers so you can kind of see what like a thinner layer would look like and what a thicker layer would look like. Okay, so for Nude, I used maybe like 1 pump for that amount of my face. Probably gonna need more, so I'm gonna put a little bit more on, but I just know that it's gonna get pretty dark. Okay, I'm not gonna use the rest of it just because, you know, hopefully when you're using 2 pumps, you're spreading it out on your face a little bit more. I'm gonna look so insane. All right, next up is Tan. We'll just keep going around clockwise, and I'm just gonna do 1 pump this time because otherwise I'm gonna be wasting a lot of product. Oh God. That's fun looking. And then the last one is Warm. Oh my. This is warm. I feel like that is not warm, that's like deep. All right guys, well, my job here is done, and I am definitely going to pause this video so I can get a thumbnail because this is amazing. Okay, so let's talk about these shades. So the bottom half of my face, not really things I would want to wear. I mean, the white one or the non-tinted one, it does kind of blend out, like if you give it enough time. But for me, it's still gonna be too pale. I would have to put makeup or another tinted sunscreen on over top. This side, the bottom quadrant, I can't actually like review with a straight face because this is insane. Like, what is this? I mean, I'm not saying that it's not a shade of a skin tone. It's just, I feel like the shades just go from like this to very deep very, very quickly. And that's fine because that means a lot of people that probably get left out of sunscreens often have more options. But at the same time, like, they're just, who came up with these shades? Or more importantly, were they not thinking like, I guess maybe if you use like the smallest, like half a pump all over your face and that's it, maybe they can work. But I think if you're using them as you probably should be with a little bit more actual product, they're not gonna work for very many people. Or even this shade as a deeper shade, I feel like it pulls like very, very red. Like what you're seeing on the camera is pretty true to what I'm seeing in person. It's just a shade that is very warm. I mean, it is called warm, but it pulls quite red, quite orangey. And same with these two shades. Now, the interesting thing when I put these on my face, I knew that the nude shade was a little bit more for my liking than the tan shade, but they pretty much look the same when I'm putting them on. And these shades would be like me at my deepest in the summertime. So like, I would say like maybe a like light medium kind of skin tone. I guess maybe, I don't really get up to medium, but maybe medium. So if you are light, fair, anything under medium, they're probably not gonna work for you. But again, like, it is cool that all of these shades really are gonna work and cater more toward the deeper end of the skin tones, which primarily and historically get left out. So I'm not saying that this isn't cool. I'm just saying like, let's get a little bit more range. You do have 5 shades. Like, that's pretty remarkable for a lot of sunscreens. I just am still waiting for a shade that actually works for me. But yes, this is what it looks like. I don't hate the actual consistency and formula of it. They are pretty thick. Like, they're not gonna be watery or runny or fluid, which is kind of my preference. But I think they're gonna work if you have more like normal to dry skin. Probably not gonna be great if you have super oily skin, but it's really a matter of finding the tone that works for you and hoping that you don't look like this. Now, the other thing I would say, if you really are adamant about getting these sunscreens, which to me, I'm like, why? There are like many, many other sunscreens out there. What you could do, because they all have the same formula with like very small variations, and that's mainly the pigments, but the actual like formula is the same. You could take the tint-free one, the cool one, and mix it with some of the others. So for me, that would probably look like the nude and the cool, and I could mix those together and it would work. But that said, you're spending like 60 bucks to buy both, where you could just buy like, I don't know, the bubble +1, which is very affordable, I think less than $20, and you could get a shade that probably works better. So those are kind of my thoughts. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna insert the swatches on my arm, and then we will let you guys all go. So, all right guys, so here are our swatches, and I'm going to go from left to right. This is our cool non-tinted one. Next up we have nude. Then we have tan. And lastly, warm. So you can see that the two middle ones, nude and tan, are pretty similar. I'm gonna shear them out a little bit more so you can see the slight variation, but they're pretty similar. This one, the nude being a bit more neutral and the tan being a bit warmer. Okay, let's shear them out a little bit. There we go. Okay, so I hope those swatches were helpful. You can save the screenshot of it if you need to when you're like going out to purchase these if you do. and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you would like to see from this brand, because I feel like they are moving in the right direction. First off, they have more shades in a deeper like range, and secondly, they have 5 shades, which is amazing for a sunscreen. I just can you consult me about shades, because I feel like I could help you a little bit, or maybe like anybody that has like different skin tone could help you. So please just give this video a like just for this portrait. It's like actual, like, I don't know, impressionist art. And I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.